slaves? Well, let's find out more from eNCA's Sandy Mccowen, who was at court today. Sandy, I think it was to be expected that the defense would today really tear into Cheryl Zondi's evidence. But to be asked, by how many centimeters Omotoso, penetrated her was too much. I mean, even for the judge, Judge Mccowen.
Yes, Judge Mccowen had to intervene a few times today, saying that the questions asked by Attorney Doberman were inappropriate. Doberman felt that the judge was protecting the witness, saying he needed to find out these answers. But there were a few questions that were very inappropriate. One of them was, how many centimeters of Omotoso's manhood entered into her private parts? Another one was, so you went to this place knowing that you were going to be raped and were okay with that. Both times the judge intervened, saying this was inappropriate, this was not right. No one would want to go to a place knowing that they were going to be raped and be okay with that. He also said, how on earth would this poor woman know how many centimeters had entered inside of her while this whole sexual violation was happening?
Now, of course, Doberman, what he was trying to do was to really discredit her as a witness, obviously.
Yes, Doberman is a very well-respected attorney in Port Elizabeth, but he's also known for very aggressive questioning, and boy did he live up to his reputation today. He was determined that he would find a way to discredit her. He even kept saying to her over and over that you are not telling the truth, you are lying, your information that you're giving is not factually correct. So at all turns he was trying to find ways to disrupt and to find holes in her story. But Cheryl Zondi stood up today. She was very strong, she was very defiant, and she stood up to Doberman today.
In fact, Doberman did put it to her that she was, and he used the word fabrication, that she fabricated, or she's fabricating her evidence. What was Omotoso's response? What was his demeanor as he was sitting there watching his lawyer doing his bidding?
I was sitting behind Pastor Omotoso at some points, especially when Cheryl started talking about how he would lie on the couch and he would have an erection, and he would insist that all the girls come and admire his erection and get excited over it. He sat there shaking his head. He even put his hands in his head, his hands to his head. So you can see at some point he wasn't very. He was shaking his head. But many of the people in the gallery, especially the women, got very, very upset. Many were crying, especially when Doberman was asking such inappropriate questions, especially like knowing that you're going to get raped and you're okay with it. Really upset many women in the gallery today.
And while all of this was going on inside the courtroom, Sandy, were any of Omotoso's supporters outside? What happened to the drum majorettes we saw last week and the placard waving congregants?
Yes, there was definitely a section of the congregation there today. They were singing gospel songs. There was quite a mixed bag today because we also had the DA coming out today. They were there to support Cheryl Zondi. We had some people representing other organizations coming out today to be supportive of Cheryl Zondi. Many people are really upset with the congregation of the JDI Church, saying that they're mostly women, and how can women be so supportive of a man that has allegedly sexually violated a girl of 14 years old. So many people are horrified. So we saw many supporters of Cheryl Zondi coming out today to support her.
What do we expect to happen tomorrow? Sandy, is the cross-examination of Cheryl by the Doberman going to continue?
Yes, Doberman is going to continue his cross-examination today. He says he's definitely not finished. Today, he was going through detail by detail of Cheryl's alleged sexual violation. It was very painstaking. She had to relive the story over and over again today. She was very strong. She never cried, but it must have been very hard for her today. And we've only got through one of the sexual violations that happened over a 2.5-year period. So as you can see, Doberman has a lot more questions ahead for tomorrow.
Sandy, let's leave it there for now. Well, 97 charges, of course, that Omotoso is facing, allegedly committed between 2009 and 2017. He was